Good morning. My name is John Hodges. I am currently enrolled in the Business Administration Certificate Program. And thank you for joining me this morning as I do oral presentation number 1, which is reading the directions, grading rubric, expectations, and ways to have an automatic 0 for oral presentation number 2. So we're going to jump right in. So oral presentation number 2, directions. Watch the following video as it relates to the topic of ethics and take notes. Focus on the 6 tests used to determine if an ethical decision was made. Use available note sheet. There is a YouTube link provided with ethical decision making ethical tests. Read all the material you have been given on the case, 3 documents total. Read the grading rubric so you understand how you will be graded. Prepare your notes on what you will say and practice it several times before recording your final oral presentation video. An oral presentation is not you just reading your notes. In your oral presentation, you will do the following in order. Number 1, introduce yourself by giving me your full name and the major you're enrolled in. Number 2, in your own words, define what ethics mean. This should not involve you looking anything up. Just tell me what you define as ethics. This should be short. Number 3, you will summarize the ethical case about Susan. Number 4, take on the role of her professor and explain to me the outcome you have determined for the situation. Then, number 5, use each of the ethical tests from the video link provided to explain why/how you came to this outcome. Remember, when you are using the test to talk about Susan's ethical actions/behavior, you need to be as detailed as possible to prove your case. Proving your case needs to involve facts, not opinions. For example, with the honesty test, tell me how she shows or does not show honesty from what you have been given in the 3 documents. Honesty test, legal test, conscious test, consequences test, and publicity test. In the video with a thank you and add in any other comments. Don't just stop and say, that is it. After you have completed the assignment, go back and review the grading rubric to ensure you have not forgotten anything. Even ask someone else to watch your presentation and grade you by using the rubric. Sometimes having a second set of eyes helps. Submit your oral presentation correctly. So moving on to the rubric for oral presentation number 2. So presentations will be graded as if you are in person in front of your class. This is highlighted. It's important. So it's broken down to a couple of different categories. So delivery is numbered as excellent as 4, a good is a 3, a 2 is fair, 1 needs improvement. So what classifies a number 4 as excellent under delivery is this. It holds the attention of the entire audience with the use of direct eye contact, seldom looking at notes, speaks with fluctuation in volume and inflection to maintain audience interest, and emphasizes key points. So number 3, which is good for delivery, is consistent use of eye contact with the audience, but still returns to notes, speaks with satisfactory variation of volume and inflection. So number 2, which is fair, displays minimal eye contact with the audience while reading mostly from the notes, speaks in uneven volume with little or no inflection. So number 1, which is needs improvement, holds no eye contact with the audience as entire report is read from the notes, speaks in low volume and or monotonous tone, which causes audience to disengage. So content and organization, number 4 is excellent, demonstrates full knowledge by covering all requirements of the assignment with details and support, provides clear purpose and subject pertinent examples, facts, and or statistics that support conclusions, ideas with evidence. A 3, which is good, is at ease with answers to all requirements of the assignment. Has somewhat clear purpose and subject, some examples, facts, or statistics that support the subject, include some data or even evidence that supports conclusions. So a 2, which is fair, is uncomfortable with the information and is unable to answer most of the main requirements. In the directions, attempts to define purpose and subject, provides weak examples, facts, or statistics which do not adequately support the subject, includes very thin data and evidence. So number 1, which is needs improvements, does not have a grasp of information and cannot answer any of the main requirements. Number 5, on directions, does not clearly define subject and purpose, provides weak or no support of the subject. So enthusiasm and audience awareness is the next category. So a number 4 would get you this. This is how you get a number 4. Demonstrate strong enthusiasm about the topic during entire presentation. Significantly increases audience understanding and knowledge of the topic. Convinces an audience to recognize the validity and importance of the subject. So ways to get a 3. Shows some enthusiastic feelings about topic. Raises audience understanding and awareness of most points. So ways to get a number 2. Shows little or mixed feelings about the topic being presented. Raises an audience's understanding and knowledge of some points. So ways to get a number 1. Shows no interest in the topic presented. Reasonable person can tell they'd rather not do the presentation. Fails to increase audience's understanding of the knowledge and topic. So what I was graded on, this is the next page on the rubric. In your oral presentation, you will do the following in order. 1, introduce yourself by giving me your full name and the major you are enrolled in. Number 2, in your own words, define what ethics means. Number 3, you will summarize the ethical case about Susan. Number 4, you will explain to me the outcome you have determined for the situation as if you are her professor. And number 5, using the ethical test, you will explain why/how you came to this outcome. You need to be as detailed as possible to prove your case, providing your case needs to involve facts, not opinions. Number 6, end the video with a thank you and any other comments. Do not just say that is it. So 5 points each will be deducted for the following presentation errors. Background is busy. You need to find an area where you're in front of a blank wall. Number 2, camera is at eye level. You should not be looking down at the camera. Raise it up to your eye level. And number 3, movement is erratic. You should not be sitting or standing where you will be rocking a chair or swaying your body. You need to be still and upright. So moving on to my expectations of an oral presentation, I am to read the following statements. So number 1, I am expected to not wait until the last minute to do this or any presentation. Number 2, I am expected to have read all directions and materials given to me for any presentation. Number 3, I am expected to understand how I am to be graded on any presentation. Number 4, I am expected to understand the issues that will result in a 0 on any presentation. Number 5, I am expected to dress appropriately since this is going to be a video. Number 6, I am expected to practice several times before I create my final recording, which I did. Number 7, I am expected to present the information in a professional manner. Number 8, I am expected to review my recording to make sure it is clear visually and auditorily. Number 9, I am expected to understand how to create and upload any presentation correctly and on time. And number 10, I am expected to ask for help or ask questions early. Do not wait until the last minute. So next we're going to move into ways to get an automatic 0, which none of us want. So number 1, was your presentation uploaded on time? If yes, move on to the next question. If no, automatic 0. Number 2, was your oral presentation number 2 uploaded correctly as asked in the directions? If yes, move to the next question. If no, automatic 0. Number 3, did you use the Stream or YouTube program to create your video? Yes, move on to the next question. No, automatic 0. Number 4, is your oral presentation number 2 complete? If yes, move on to the next question. If no, automatic 0. Number 5, does your video have both clear audio and clear video? If yes, move on to the next question. If no, automatic 0. So thank you for joining me. That concludes my oral presentation number 1, which is reading the oral presentation number 2, directions, the rubric, expectations and ways to get an automatic 0. Looking forward to doing this oral presentation number 2. I do not currently have any questions, but I do understand that if I do have questions, I should reach out early. That way we can get those resolved before the presentation is due. Thank you for joining me.